Hey guys, welcome to the Olney Outlook. I'm Annika Corinne.
And I'm Hannah McGinty. We have a great show for you. This week we traveled all around Philadelphia to see what was up.
Oh yeah, but don't worry, we still have your favorite segments like Challenge Accepted and the Local Lowdown. We also have a great guest coming to the show later.
Girl, we can't give them too many details. They're gonna have to watch and see.
Yeah, so sit tight and enjoy your show, the Olney Outlook.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Olney Outlook. You know, Hanukkah, I can't believe the types of shows they really have today. They literally have a show that can suit anyone's liking. It's truly incredible.
I agree. We have so many resources to use now to find shows to watch. You know, I really like that one show with the kings and the queens, and they like fight a lot.
You mean Game of Thrones?
Yeah, there's so much thrill and excitement. I never know what's going to happen next.
Well, speaking of TV shows, our team went out and asked people to name that TV show on this week's episode of Challenge Accepted. Check it out.
Hey guys, I'm Cindy Kesselman, and on today's episode of Challenge Accepted, I'm going to be going around testing students on today's most popular shows. Let's see if they have what it takes. What are you going to put on your resume, dumbass? A, Meredith from The Office. B, Jesse from Breaking Bad. Red, That 70s Show.
I'm gonna go with A.
A, Meredith from The Office?
Yes.
No.
Red from That 70s.
Yep. Okay.
A. Meredith.
No, it was Red Foreman from That 70s Show. Okay. He was talking to Eric Foreman when he said that.
Since it's dumbass, I'm gonna go with C from That 70s Show.
Correct. Okay.
The Office.
It was Foreman from That 70s Show.
Sure.
Did I do that? A, Urkel, Family Matters. B, Michael Scott, The Office. Or C, Chandler from Friends.
I will go with A.
Ah,
For
that's a good one.
Family
You
Matters.
got
Love
it.
that show.
Friends.
Oh, it's pretty obvious. That's Urkel.
I didn't know that one. It's pretty good. Okay.
C. Chandler.
It was Urkel from Family Matters.
I'm really bad.
No, you're not. You're not. You're okay. You're okay.
Chandler from Friends.
It was Urkel from Family Matters. A lot of people haven't gotten that, so it's okay. I think you know this one.
Matters.
Yeah. Okay. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. A, Danny from Full House. B, Fez from That 70s Show. Or C, Michael Scott from The Office.
Let's go A, Danny.
That's wrong.
C. Michael Scott from The
It
Office.
was C. It was C.
Thought so.
Okay.
A.
No, it was Michael from That 70s Show. Winter is Coming. That's Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Eric Foreman from That 70s Show. Or Will Smith from Fresh Prince.
Game of Thrones.
Yep.
A.
Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Correct.
Game of Thrones.
Yep. Jon Snow. There you go.
A.
Yep.
A. Game of Thrones.
That was okay. Good one. Well, there you have it. Looks like LaSalle students need to catch up on their TV shows. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Challenge Accepted, and back to you.
That was really funny. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have gotten some of those correct. They were good.
I think I would have gotten almost all of them. They weren't too hard. Did you hear that? What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my stomach. Awkward. I guess I forgot to eat before the show.
Yeah, I could go for something sweet right about now myself.
You know what I could really go for? Some ice cream from Franklin Fountain.
Well, luckily, that's our next feature. So how about we grab some ice cream while you watch this piece on the Franklin Fountain on this show's Around the Corner.
Hi, my name is Sophia Sotomayor, and we're here at the Franklin Fountain to check out this cool ice cream spot. Get ready to feel transported to a different time period, as this ice cream parlor feels like a true time machine. Converted to look like a 19th century old-fashioned bar, this themed eatery serves delicious sweets with their own homemade ice cream and dessert toppings. What makes this place so authentic is of course the atmosphere, with antique furniture placed throughout the entire store. But this place could not run efficiently without the hard work of the employees, who even dressed the part to resemble this pastime. We had a chance to speak to a few of them to get their take on what makes this place such a popular location.
The people that come in from around the country and sometimes from around the world, they come in and say, oh, we saw this place on TV and we just had to come here today.
I think a big thing is, the tie to history. This place is modeled after soda fountains and ice cream parlors. This building is from 1899, and while it has never been a soda fountain or ice cream parlor before our business moved in, this was an area that was filled with them at the turn of the century, so we're kind of like capturing that.
We also asked the employees about some of the popular flavors purchased.
The number one bestseller at any ice cream store, and people hate when they ask us this and we give them this answer, but it's vanilla. Number 2 is chocolate. We do have a Hydrox cookies and cream. It's a little bit different than other people's cookies and creams, and that's a very popular one.
I will go with the cookies and cream. We use Hydrox, which is like predates Oreo by 4 years, and it has butterfat opposed to Oreo, which doesn't. So I like to say it stays crunchy.
We had a chance to speak to some of the customers to see how they felt about the ice cream.
Got the cookies and cream, really like strawberry or vanilla. But I say let me try something different, and it tastes really good.
Other than ice cream here, during the summertime we've got a lot of hand-drawn sodas, kind of in keeping with that soda fountain idea. We have those all year round, but they're most popular during the summer. This time of year we have some hot drinks too. We make our own hot chocolate syrup over at our candy store that we can make for people. We do a whole bunch of baked goods, a number of pies, cookies, brownies, hot cider, hot chocolate. Yeah, that's about it.
If you're in the mood for some real good ice cream, the Franklin Fountain is located on 116 Market Street of Old City, Philadelphia, so definitely come check it out. Back to you.
I am so full of ice cream, but that was honestly delicious.
Yeah, and that place was so cute. I liked how this whole store was entirely vintage, even the cash register.
I'm just glad my stomach stopped growling. I'm actually really pumped right now. I almost feel like I can go out and fight crime. They could call me Lady Mercury with like matching leather boots.
Fighting crime in leather boots? Girl, you're crazy.
No, I'm serious. I might as well look good doing it, and it's not just me. All superheroes look good fighting crime.
And how do you figure that?
Don't believe me? Well, read these comics while these guys check out this comic story at Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. Fat Jack's is located on 20th and Sansom Street. Belinda and I had the chance to check out Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. All right, time to go check out Fat Jack's. Whether you're curious or an aficionado, Fat Jack's will service you with a wide variety of comics. In addition to popular comic books, Fat Jack's also offers vintage board games, action figures, statuettes, and collectibles. Also, Shauna the cat will accompany you while you shop. Okay. And I see you guys do like birthday month discounts. You have a lot of people come in like every month, like, hey, it's a birthday.
They save up for when they know it's getting close. Like, oh, and all this stuff. I've just been waiting.
Comic book stores have kind of like board game nights. You guys do that too?
Oh, we tried for a while to get like in-store gaming going, but it just was really hard between the bare bones staff and our own times, because we both all work mostly 5 to 4 days a week, so it was kind of hard to get us in here extra. We want to go home and sleep.
Yeah.
Fat Jack's also offers an array of graphic t-shirts, along with superhero and villain piggy banks. They also carry collectibles like Winter Soldier, Iron Man, and Hawkeye. Fat Jack's also sells a small selection of manga comic books. If you want to learn more about Fat Jack's, please go to facebook.com where you can see their updates on new issues and events they have in store.
I now feel the urge to go out and fight crime in leather boots.
See, I told you. Unfortunately, we're going to have to just stick to reading about it in the comic books.
They're just so good. I love it when the guy swoops in to save the girl in the happy endings. Well, it's even better when the guy's cute.
I completely understand, as if there's no real troubles in the world.
Unfortunately, what they don't show us is that dating can be difficult, especially on a budget.
I feel like everything costs way too much nowadays. Having a good time is like extremely hard.
Well, thankfully, this next segment will teach us how to budget when dating so that we don't have to break the bank. Check it out.
Young love. In the age of uncertainty in the dating world, one thing is clear. Dating can be expensive, which can leave people feeling discouraged.
Affordable? I mean, there's nothing really affordable. You go to school. I mean, I could just get a coffee date. That's pretty affordable. It doesn't cost much.
Many people think that the sun is setting on the classic date. Lovebirds have often flown away from the idea of going out due to the lack of funds and a common misperception that dating can be expensive. But not everyone thinks that dating has to break the bank.
So I think one of an affordable date that you can go on is going to Penn's Landing, being able to walk around the shore front and being able to spend time with the person that you really like.
Going to go bike down Kelly Drive, that's always a lot of fun. Going to Old City, like everything is free. It's like all the historic stuff, that's all free. So that's also a good option.
There's the matinee at a movie theater. Everybody forgets about Applebee's. It's a 2 for $20 or a 2 for $24. Don't forget that.
Staying in a park, just laying out with a nice blanket, you know, watch some dogs.
I like going out and doing things, like going out places and grabbing food while we're out or something, but something that's more active and more than just sitting down, eating and talking.
After hearing these suggestions, it's clear that a date can be cheap without making you a cheap date. Well, for most people, that is.
It's depending on which date it is. I don't know if it's a first date or a second.
Thank you guys. That was really interesting to see everyone's perspectives about dating on the cheap.
You know, without actually being cheap, but I think I got this whole budget thing down pat.
But chivalry is coming back, right?
It's rough out there, but I hope so.
Don't get me wrong, girl power all the way. Women can also pay for dates. I personally just don't.
Wait, so like not even splitting the check?
Let's put it this way, I will not reach into my bag for my wallet at all. When that check comes, I won't even flinch.
Hannah, you're awesome. And on that note, we're going to head into our next feature. This one's a real goodie.
So our crew wanted to do some service and figure out a way to help out in the neighborhood shelter. On this week's Local Lowdown, we went to the ACC Pet Adoption Center and almost adopted a puppy. Almost. Take a look.
I'm Gavin Lichtenstein, and for this week of the Local Lowdown, we are at ACCT Philadelphia, which is an animal shelter right in North Philadelphia.
ACPhilly is the Animal Care and Control Team of Philadelphia, which means we're contracted by the city to perform animal control services. That means if there's any stray dogs running at large or abandoned pets somewhere, we have officers who will go out and help those pets. We see about 2,000 a month. So it's a lot of pets. It can reach up to 100 a day. If there's a stray animal out there, our officers will go out and take care of the situation. That's our job. Sometimes people can no longer care for their pets for some reason, economic troubles, or they're sick, or just a variety of reasons. And we pride ourselves on being there for people and never turning a pet away. We have about, I want to say 85 to 90 members of staff, and we have maybe, I want to say triple or almost 4 times the amount of volunteers. Wow. We have a core group of volunteers, I want to say about 50 to 100 that come in on a weekly basis. They're super dedicated and they make a huge impact on what we do. We wouldn't be able to function without them. They take care of the pets, they walk them, and they really provide the one-on-one individual attention that the animals need in order to stay happy and healthy while they're here. You know, our staff provides them food and cleaning, but they don't have time to give all the love and the training that they need. But it is temporary. Even if it's an animal we really love, we want that pet to get into a real home. Once they start hitting 2 weeks, that sets off a flag for us, and we say, what can we do for this pet to help it get out faster? What can we do to make sure it's healthy and happy while it stays here? Can we do any promotion to help it get out? Can we work with volunteers to make sure that that dog is being seen by as many people as possible? So we do adoption events that we do low cost and free adoptions all the time. It's an adoption application and an approval process that people have to go through to adopt a pet. Luckily, we have really good connections with the media and people who really love animals to help us get the word out. Even just our followers on Facebook, they'll put out the word, the shelter's full, they're running a free adoption event. If you're thinking about adoption, come do it now and save a life.
Well, I'm going to go try to find the paperwork to go adopt one of them. That just about does it for this week of the Local Lowdown. I'm Gavin Lichtenstein. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, Hannah, I want a puppy.
I just got a puppy and already want another one.
Did you see that cat in the background of the interview?
Yes, that cat looked so angry being filmed. Cats are hilarious.
I know, and when the dog was playing with all those toys with our crew and one of the volunteers.
I wonder how many of the volunteers ended up adopting multiple dogs. You know, now that I think about it, I didn't realize how many people provide services there.
A lot of people who work there even started off by pitching in and offering their help.
How interesting, because our next guest knows all about volunteering. But I don't want to make the big reveal just yet. All I can say is that the program our guests will be discussing has helped many people in our community and through college. We'll be right back.
The most natural thing for me to dance, but I was tripping and I was falling and didn't even know what multiple sclerosis was.
When I perform, I really love connecting with people. It's definitely cool to be able to give someone an experience through virtual reality.
Oh my God. I dream sometimes and I see that.
I would do anything for my friends. They're like family to me. Sometimes saying no can be scary. But I'm so glad I was brave enough to say yes to living a drug-free life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Today, a new creature walks among us, terrorizing innocent citizens. Until this threat can be contained, we must all be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers.
Dude!
They're not looking out for you.
Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected with strong, healthy bones.
Hi, Eddie Dunn here with LaSalle's favorite TV game show, Q&A. Did you know that LaSalle TV reaches over 300,000 homes in the Philadelphia area? Probably, right? Did you also know there's actually 13 zodiac constellations and not 12? The 13th is called Ophiuchus. But we got rid of that one because it sounds dumb, and also 13 is an unlucky number. So that's why we have 12. Where'd you learn that? LaSalle TV.
My name is Caitlin. I'm 6 years old. I like to go to the beach with my cousins. When I was a baby, I was very sick. And then I got a liver transplant from an organ donor. He saved my life.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.com.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Olney Outlook. I'm Annika Corinne. Okay, so service is always a great experience, but what if you could volunteer and have it benefit your college career? Joining us today from the Next Step AmeriCorps program is Daisy Villa. Hey Daisy, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me here. Yes, it is a pleasure to have you here today. So let's get started.
So Daisy, please explain to us, what is the Next Step AmeriCorps program?
Yeah, so the Next Steps AmeriCorps program is really designed to be a college retention initiative where we're recruiting college sophomores and juniors who are passionate about doing community service. And they're committed in doing 300 hours of service. Okay. And once they complete the 300 hours, they actually get an education award that helps them pay for their tuition, their books, and current college expenses. So we actually support a lot of our students, and we also give them financial incentives to also do our program.
Awesome, that sounds really, really good. So how did you get involved with AmeriCorps?
So actually, the program started 3 years ago, and I've been part of the program for that long. And the year before I did that program, I did a year of service with the AmeriCorps, so Vista AmeriCorps. And for the audience that are not familiar with AmeriCorps, I used to explain it as it's a kind of a year of service doing a Peace Corps like domestically here in the U.S. And I just did a service working at Philadelphia University, and I was recruiting college students and placing them at elementary schools, and they were being tutors. And I was seeing the impact and the work that the college students were doing with the elementary schools. So I was very passionate about that. Yeah. And then the other thing too, I'm a first-generation college student and also a student of color. So I really wanted to help those students who also identified the same way as I did. So when I heard that this position was open and that I could fuse both of those passions together, I couldn't like pass that up.
Great, awesome. So you and I definitely have a couple of things in common. I actually did AmeriCorps Vista, but for 3 months, so it wasn't a year's service.
Right.
So how do you plan on bringing AmeriCorps to LaSalle University? I'm not sure if we have a chapter or not. If you can just expand on that.
Right. So we actually had the Next Step AmeriCorps program here 2 years ago, and I'm hoping that maybe students themselves who are passionate about doing service, doing it with nonprofit organizations, can either talk to me about having the program brought into the school again, and then for me to talking with, you know, the community service department or professionals in that field that also want that program here, and I'll be willing to work with them too. So they just have to reach out to us.
Okay.
Well, now that the students are seeing it on LaSalle TV, maybe they will reach out to you now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's a couple who've done it 2 years ago, so maybe they'll see, like, hey, let's bring it back. So I'll be excited if that happens.
Awesome. So what's one of the, I guess, core missions of AmeriCorps? You talked about volunteer service, but is it just volunteer? Could you help out any other way aside? Like if you don't have time to volunteer for 300 hours, is there anything else you could do?
Well, for this specific program, it is designed to do 300 hours of service, but we would also connect students who might not have the time to do 300 hours, because 300 hours, it's a lot. It's, it's 8 to 10 hours per week that our students are doing in the whole academic year. So we also have events that we put together, like the alternative winter break, and it's a whole service week event that we do, and we invite students that are not part of our program but still passionate about doing service events or doing just service hours in their community, so in schools and in other places too.
Okay. Now, I know you touched on AmeriCorps, and we also talked about Vista and Next Step.
Yes.
So once you join AmeriCorps and Next Step, are you kind of a part of a bigger, like, AmeriCorps world? Like, how does that work out? Can you transfer from different branches and still?
Yes. So AmeriCorps, like I said before, it's the domestic version of Peace Corps here in the U.S. So, and it's all about alleviating poverty. And there's different levels of poverty or alleviating that in the U.S. It could be education, it could be food access, it could be something with environment. And AmeriCorps is a huge brand that I'm sure there's other programs that you guys have heard about, such as Teach for America, City Year, they're all AmeriCorps programs. So once you're in the AmeriCorps network, it's like you never actually lose connection, because someone in the city will recognize that and be like, hey, you were part of AmeriCorps, so why don't you also join this program, like City Year? So there's a huge network connection with AmeriCorps.
Okay. Now, you say you help out with students who are in school now.
Yes.
But do you guys also help with students who are post-graduation? Like, do you help with maybe debt forgiveness or helping people pay off loans? Is there anything like that?
Right. So actually, we now have, now that we're in our 3rd year of the program, we now have alumni, which I'm really excited about. So we've been putting together some alumni dinners to help our students reconnect with us, and every time we have alumni dinners, we bring in a guest who's a young professional in the field, and we use different subjects, like if people are interested in law or social work, we will bring those people in and they could network with our students.
Okay.
So that's one way that we are reconnecting with our alumni. The other way is that if they're thinking about going to grad school, there are a lot of universities that recognize AmeriCorps and will match up. We'll give them another education award for grad school too. So it's very convenient to be an AmeriCorps member. Yeah.
It seems like you benefit a lot. So where can I go to find out this information? Like, do I meet up with you, or is there like a website we can go and check out some stuff? Or?
Yeah, so if you're interested in being part of the Next Step AmeriCorps program and you're one of our partner institutions that you belong to, you can easily go to our website. Or if you're interested in just AmeriCorps in general, you can go to the AmeriCorps website too, so AmeriCorps.org.
This is kind of like a random question, but I see around City, like City Year, they have like the red jackets.
Yes.
Like, what kind of gear can I get if I join America?
So we have T-shirts that we always give to our students. We have fancy water bottles that we give to our students too. And this year I'm trying to give them business cards. So there's always swag when you join AmeriCorps.
So professional with the business cards.
Yes, you always look so fly. I want to be you guys when I grow up, you know?
Oh, thank you.
Is there any like fun facts you can tell us about yourself before you leave? Because you're an interesting person. We like you.
Well, me, well, you know, I don't really like to say this a lot, but I'm very interested in the paranormal activity. Like, I truly believe in ghosts and, you know, ghost stories. Like, if you invite me to a haunted house, I will go with you.
Oh my gosh. I'm not inviting you to a haunted house because I'm too afraid. But that just about does it, because we have like a ghost in the studio. We don't want to upset him. So thank you so much, Daisy. Thank you so much for coming with us
No,
today.
thank you.
Yes. All right, the message. All right, I feel as though we got the message out about Next Step AmeriCorps program. I hope that the audience will utilize this information. Sorry.
It sounds like an amazing program, and it's truly inspiring to get involved in our community.
Also, a reminder, if you're interested in more information about the Next Step AmeriCorps program, you can check them out at the website at phenn.org/grant/nextstep/AmeriCorps.program.
We hope that you all enjoyed our show on this week of the Olney Outlook. I would like to give a special thank to Daisy Villa from the Next Step program, who taught us more about benefits of volunteering through college. I would also like to take the time to thank our crew. What would we do without you?
If you guys don't want to turn down the heat just yet, you can check us out as well as various other episodes online. And while you're there, keep the discussion going by emailing us at lasalletv@lasalle.edu or by following us on social media with the Twitter handle LaSalleTVPhilly.
You can also visit our website, lasalle.edu/LaSalleTV. From the Olney Outlook, I'm Hannah McGinty.
And I'm Annika Karen. From all of us here at LaSalle TV,
Have a wonderful day.